Hi everybody, welcome back. Happy Lionsgate 888 portal. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Guys, we're jumping right into it. Today is going to be a pick a card style reading, or pick an object, as you can tell. I'm going to begin with some collective messages for the community. In addition to, then we'll, of course, you guys can pick which pile you are most drawn to at this time. You may be drawn to both piles at this time, so feel free to watch both wherever you are drawn to. Happy Lionsgate, everybody, and just welcome. And I know it's been a while for me to have done a recorded reading on the channel, but as I'm seeing in the energy, and as I know many of you are experiencing shifts in your spiritual, emotional, career, things like that, I too am not immune to these things. I feel these things as well. I've been taken in other directions, but will always continue to show up and deliver the message that is currently coming through the most at this time. And of course, the Lionsgate 888 portal is a big manifesting time. It's the time when Sirius B is perfectly in line with the Earth, Sirius being the brightest star in our system, and it is the Lionsgate portal. I may or may not go into what exactly the Lionsgate portal is, and there are more videos out there that are probably better for you to look at, honestly. But we can't ignore that it is an important transit, and one that I even told you guys at some point at the beginning of the year, if you saw the strategy, your 2024 strategy video that's posted on the channel. I may link it at the end of this video, I'm not sure, but that reading definitely really highlighted this time of the year being an extremely important time for many of you. It's an important time for everyone, but I saw it being, it came through as an incredible and huge transit for this year. And 888, abundance, manifesting, we'll get into that. There's some other messages also wanting to come through, so I'm just kind of going to step aside and open myself up to receive messages that I need to receive at this time for you. I don't want to chatter too much, but if you prefer to skip this, technically the intro, and the oracles, I'll be reading your oracles in this introductory part of the reading. But if you prefer to skip this section and go right into your pick a card, right into, of course, timestamps are below down in the description, as well as in the pinned comments of the video. So feel free to stick around. I'm a little stumbly, and maybe it's just a little nerves because I feel it's been a while since I've done an in-depth and recorded reading on the channel. So I feel like I'm a little rusty, and that may be not a discouraging thing, honestly, to anybody who is feeling that feeling like you are tackling something that you maybe thought you had no idea or planning to go in a certain direction that you're now headed in. You maybe had no intention whatsoever, or had no idea you were going to be going in a certain direction, and you're making those transitions now. And part of that is kind of like, it's a gift. It's your gift to embrace something that I don't think you thought you would do. And then others of you are doing it for completely opposite reasons, because you need to, because energies or systems in place have outlived their usefulness. I just heard, oh my God, outlived their usefulness. 456 on the clock, as I just said that. Yeah, things are ascending, and they're 456. They're going in their proper, they're escalating, and it's ascending in the right sequence, in the right consecutive order of things, right? It's time to elevate. You're elevating. I love it. Speaking of elevation, I was really drawn to I rolled the dice for you guys right before I came in to the reading, and you pulled Neptune and Aries in the 4th house. So that could just be an energy that's playing out at this time. I looked it up for the astrologers who are more pronounced than I am. Feel free to correct me. Or don't. I don't really care. But anyway, Neptune in the 4th house, or Neptune in Aries, helps us break down oppressive structures by any means necessary. It's an emergence from the haze of Neptune in Pisces. Our intentions, will, and goals will be clearer during Neptune in Aries, empowering us to challenge systems and pioneer much-needed innovation. I don't know if that is if that could be a collective message, or just someone at this time maybe feeling the need to break out, and maybe you could have Neptune in Aries, obviously, but there's a need for you to break the systems. 6:06 on the clock I just saw. Break the systems that have held you back. Breaking the chains of power that have held you back, frankly, or abuse of power, things of that nature. Just having the courage to just push forward and elevate yourself, because no one, frankly, is going to do that for you. No one is going to get you through but you. And no one can change your mind, honestly, but you. I was shown, which is interesting because you'll notice today you have 2 lightsabers. These are your options. Red versus darks. Red versus blue. Light versus Sith. Whatever the case may be, there is no wrong option here. No wrong choice. We could also kind of technically look at the Matrix if you want. The red pill versus the blue pill. Whichever you want. There is no wrong option. But I am curious to see what will come through when we get to this section of the reading. Because I've been meaning to do this reading for a while. I've had it kind of just sitting on the shelf, really wanting to do this message for a while, for this line, and I just feel like, let's just do it for Lionsgate. So collective, there is something you've been meaning to do for a while. And maybe you've felt stalled, or maybe you have felt inhibited. Maybe it was a belief pattern that was holding you back. Maybe it was financial constraints. Maybe it was a little literal oppressive forces going on around you, or people in your environment that you were dealing with or walking away from. Whatever the case may be, you are choosing a path. And it's funny, we have Aries and Pisces, because there's a reading on my channel and it refers to Pisces, but and it was Pisces was choosing a path. It was the dark or the light. It was one of the first readings I ever did on my channel. It was a general love reading for Pisces. And I remember it to this day for how profound it was. And as a new reader on YouTube at the time, the energy that came through that day was so incredibly profound. And in general, Pisces readings typically are very profound, always on the channel, or for me, whenever I read for the energy of Pisces. But in particular, I've always stuck with this. Maybe you just have like a Star Wars theme kind of going on here, or you're into Star Wars, or you're really feeling this tug between like dark and light, or there's polarity going on, whatever the case may be. It's not necessarily important that you know what that is. I'm just highlighting it because you could be feeling pulled in multiple directions, or some of you also are kind of in a planning stage, because this technically always represents to me like the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, which path are you going to choose? The path that's easier, or the path that's harder? Maybe neither path is hard or easy, because you're going to learn a lesson through each of these, I promise you. There is something to be learned and a skill to be had with either one. And either one can represent staying somewhere or moving on into something that's harder. But it means having to go through something dark in order to achieve it, such as waking up from the Matrix, right? Yeah, it's enlightening to wake up, but it's also hard. It's also hard to let go of something that was your reality. move beyond that. And that looks different for many of you in multiple ways. And really quick shout out to my new subscribers who are new to the channel, and you're just discovering Midnight Crow Tarot. You're just discovering me. Or you're coming into a reading for the first time and you kind of want to know who I am or what I'm about, especially after coming from, many of you have subscribed to the channel because of the documentary series that is featured on this channel, which we just celebrated a year anniversary for the release of that. And every day, still, many of you comment in with your thoughts and about that situation. That was certainly an awakening and rite of passage for me in my journey, my spiritual journey. Something I personally needed to go through, and something I'm still learning from. You don't stop learning, I don't stop experiencing. So you're here, many of you are here tuning in because of that. And I want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. Thank you for showing your support with that. Where you are in need of spiritual discernment, where I also want to say the entire spiritual community is in need of spiritual discernment. And I'm feeling new people coming in. So some of you are, you've been around for a while. I've been around for a while, obviously, but I feel new energy coming into the channel, which is cool. And thank you for being here. But you'll notice many of you who are higher on your enlightened path, where the need to exercise discernment in many things, especially where this is concerned, where tarot is concerned, where you're believing in certain spiritual practitioners or searching outside of yourself for answers. We always find typically that that's never the case. You always wind up coming back to self for these revelations and for these uncoverings. And it's about just learning how to really be still and to be quiet with yourself and to listen to what you need to uncover who you are. And that will change as well. That will change. It's not one thing. Nothing stays the same. We can count on that, right? The 8-8 portal, and it's funny, we have the infinity loop as an 8, representing a theme. It also represents termination. It represents a life cycle. It can represent how you died and also how you lived. It is yin and yang. It is as above, so below. It is creation. And 8, if you could be a life path 8, or the energy, it's an infinite loop of cycles. Don't think you in this lifetime have been avoidant of both your light and your dark. Another reason why I'm featuring this here is because in truth, we cannot exist without both the polarity of both. But we need to understand both. We need to understand both within ourselves, first and foremost, and to be able to help them work and coexist together. Okay? Because one can outshadow the other either with naivety or inexperience, and the other with experience but force and brutality or too much egotism. I don't want to say ego because I actually view the ego as part of the self, and I view it as a very important aspect of ourselves because it helps us know who we are in relation to everything else. So I see the ego as actually a very positive thing, unlike how we describe it in the spiritual community. But understanding how we can we can get trapped in our own sense of who we are, or not knowing, and or others, not paying attention or knowing what others' intentions are, and what we should do when we're up against the wall, so to speak. That's kind of a channeled message. Some of you could feel that way. Maybe you are up against the wall. So collective, let's, and these are pens, by the way. They don't light up. I wish they did. That would be cool. But I saw them at Target. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, I got these Star Wars pens and I was just enticed to use them. But pens is also the written word, right? Our words are powerful. Maybe some of you are doing more writing or you're being more creative, expressing yourself. And just remember, first there was the word. Now is an important time of manifestation. You are whatever you say you are. I am. I am. Okay. Know that. Know that you are. Let's clear the energy. And then I'm going to read an oracle card for you. And then we're going to get into your channeled messages. When you're ready, just take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. With me or on your own time. And exhale. There's a little bit of a timid ring, so collective, you're pretty timid at this moment in time. It could just be me. I'll accept that. Okay, but I am feeling you. So let's take a deep breath in for 5, and we're going to exhale for 10. Okay? So inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel your shoulders relax. And just let it go. Just breathe it out. Still keeping control, still keeping firm hold. You haven't let go. You don't need to. You are in control. You are. There's nothing to fear at all. Okay. Alrighty. Well, hold these over here. And we're going to read your activation card, your white light oracle card. Okay? Actually, no, this is the secret language of light. For the collective, please, what does the collective need to know most at this time? For the collective. I feel good stings for everybody. Although you will be feeling it, especially in eras of communication. We are in Mercury retrograde. Many planets are retrograde at the moment, including Saturn. Okay. Ooh. We have light beings. Number 35, which breaks down to 8. Oh. Light beings is your overall collective message. Ooh, I'm really seeing this as communication from far, far away. That seems to be the theme of our readings. We're being observed. You're being observed. That could be a literal translation. Someone is watching you, or you're watching something. You're observing your place in the world, your place in the galaxy. You are part of a much bigger story. And this card kind of, the star here kind of looks like Sirius B. And it's like in relation, Earth in relation to the entire galaxy, there's a face watching here. In relation to our place in the solar system, our place in the world. There's more happening here than we are aware of. I'm really drawn to Jupiter at this time, which is huge symbol, sign of expansion. You're getting ready to expand. You're expanding. Addressing some fears in the moon. Let's read that card. Underneath you have, there is only light. Kind of Buddha sitting there. There is only light. From the start of creation, the I am, the word from the beginning, there was only light. And you never get it wrong, because you never get it done. Maybe you're familiar with teachings of Abraham. Yes. You never get it wrong because you never get it done. Whether you do it in this lifetime or the next, doesn't matter. Hello. Turn to the authentic truth. So I just spoke the truth about something. But that was not our card, our spot. Oops, but I did speak a truth, so good to know. Good to know. Okay. Enlightened Soul Information on page 127. You could be seeing that number. This image depicts a light being. The term light being is used to describe a range of ethereal forms, including guides and angels. They observe your life from a higher perspective, so they can see the most auspicious path for you to create your dreams and desires. Sometimes your light beings may seem to take you down a path fraught with difficulty. However, everything happens for a reason. Just as we know a baby will eventually walk, you will also find your footing and attain your dreams. Your light beings are not here to save you, for that would interfere with your ability to create unique paths and conclusions. They are the keepers of the faith that hold and stream your past, present, and future dreams and desires to your heart. Only you can decide what to do with this information. You can't get it wrong, for your light beings will just show you another way. Okay. There is a meditation with this card, but I'm not going to do it. If you feel the need to do that, I encourage you to get this deck yourself and go forth from there. I think now, we'll move right into the pick a card reading, and I will see you. Feel free to choose the lightsaber in the next section, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. You guys chose the red lightsaber. The red saber. So, pile number 1 wants to look at the darker aspects of things. Or, I just heard you want to clear karma. I'm not going to talk about that kind of stuff because, honestly, well, I don't know. We'll see what comes out in your reading. Some of you, what I'm hearing is some of you feel as though you are clearing karma. Okay, that's different. You've been down a dark path. Let's say that. Okay, you've been down a dark road. But this road that you've been down was not for nothing. Please know that. Whether you feel like you were misguided, manipulated, maybe you chose these things yourself, okay? Maybe you did. Maybe, and what does Anakin do in Star Wars? He chose, it is a choice, right? He chose. He chose his path. We all choose our path. But, and with it, we're take on the lessons of that path. You didn't go down this road for nothing, is what I'm here to tell you. What I feel the need to tell you. There was something you learned innately and intuitively. If anything, your intuitive gifts have been enhanced because of you understanding the need for discernment, the need to understand the darker aspects of you personally, or what you're capable of. This doesn't necessarily someone around you. This is a choice. This is a choice for everybody, right? And many of us chose it willingly, myself included, guys. Chose it willingly because I needed to know this aspect of who I am so I could learn to recognize it in others. And maybe that's also partly your higher mission. What you didn't know is that the path you were choosing was in turn leading you on your light mission, your mission, and the gift that you are now recalling yourself back to, okay? This to help you on your path for the work that you're here to do. Because I feel many light workers drawn to this. And whether you resonate with that term or you even use those terms, I don't personally, but I know that many of you will and many of you do. And it's just understandable, okay? Any person, and this is just my logic coming in because I don't see these things as separate anymore. I don't think I ever did, but truly it's not something to fear. This is very much a part of you, understanding any aspect of your shadow or your ego, whatever you want to call it. This is important for your self-discovery. And if you try to hide from it or run from it, as Rafiki would say, what does it say? It's like, it's the past, right? Yes, the past can hurt, but you can either learn from it or run from it, you know? Run from it or learn from it. It's like, so you can't run. You can't hide from what inevitably you're chosen to do. And Anakin did find himself in the end. He had to go down a very dark path to get there, but he did find himself in the end. Who he truly was. And he made the right choice for him, even though technically there is no wrong choice. There's just, and a beautiful thing that we have here with the infinity, right? The 8. These are two polarity concepts, the inverse of dark and light, shadow and whatever you want to call it, okay? Both have to coexist. They are a mirror reflection. You could be seeing mirror numbers, literally mirrors. You may need to clean your mirrors. I don't know. Also, I feel like the internal part of you is mirroring out, right? Because you're pushing or accepting that others' reactions towards you, perceptions of you, may in fact have been your own shadow reversed, reflecting itself back at you. And maybe I can even say that for myself, that the treatment that I received from certain people, most recently in my life, over this past couple years, I would say. And it's all documented, so I'm not making anything up here, so you can see it for yourself. But the treatment that I have received from certain people, I could say, yes, was a form of my shadow being reflected back at me. The worst aspect of myself And it's the very thing that I despise. I don't despise the need for having discernment and being able to stick up for oneself. I greatly admire that. It's the jealousy. And I heard another tarot reader, and I can't remember who said it. Most recently, I heard someone describe it very beautifully. They said, if I can think of her name, I'll mention her, but someone said something about there's a difference between envy and jealousy. That envy is kind of a perception of admiring something that someone else has. You're admiring them for what they have done, even though you yourself haven't done it. But jealousy is a form of wanting to take something that someone else has, that they have not earned. So, collective, wherever you sit in this side of the issue, or whether this is what you're experiencing in your reality of people, projecting either their envy or their jealousy at you, or maybe they will. Maybe they will. And you have to be prepared for that, and be prepared to stick up for yourself as well. There's that too. And that's where this comes in handy, frankly, this energy. So that's where your shadow comes in handy, because you recognize it in others. Okay. So, within reason and knowing proper boundaries, just establishing boundaries. You don't have to fear it, okay, or push back or anything like that, or push back in a hurtful way. Tell your truth. Speak your truth if necessary, or speak for the ones who can't, But also, sometimes this is learning how to walk away. Sometimes it looks like that too. I don't know where I was going with that. That wasn't important. Have I said everything about that? Message of understanding that as you rise, it's like it's Master Yoda, all these layers of emotion that you're dealing with or learning how to deal with, you can get stuck there. There's power in letting go as well. You can get stuck in a cycle. Not necessarily for your own good. And also maybe even a cycle of victimhood. A perpetuated cycle of victimhood. Let's go there. Okay. I see where we're going. All right. A perpetuated cycle of victimhood. Knowing that you were wronged in a situation, but yeah, you were. But now what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay in a cycle of victimhood where you are forever chasing the people, the circumstance, or thing that put you there? Or it's your responsibility now to change your circumstance, to get yourself out of it. You went down a road, right? You chose a path. You did. Maybe knowingly. Some of you unknowingly, but most of you knowingly. So, what are you going to do about it now? Are you going to stay where you are and try to fight against this thing that's not going to change? This energy doesn't change. It is what it is. There's no point in being mad at it. It is what it is. There's no point in being upset at it, being frustrated at it, being angry at it. What's that going to do? It is what it is. You have to learn how to maneuver around it now. It's not serving you. And sometimes it will serve you. So there's kind of a mixed message there. You have to know and learn the difference. And only sometimes by going through it will you know. And what is that? It's the difference between having experience and no experience, or the astrologer versus the astronaut, the astronomer versus the astronaut. One has all the knowledge, not all the knowledge, but the perceived perception of knowledge, but the other has the experience. There's talking about it, there's knowing it, and there's doing it. Two very different things. And you kind of need both, if you know what I mean. You need both to survive. Okay, we're going to pull an angel card for you. What your guides are going to help you with. I have tarot here. I wasn't even sure yet if I was going to use it or not. I think I will. Get some areas for you to focus on. But I want to know what your guides and your angels are really wanting to talk to you about the most. What does pile 1 need to know for their highest and greatest good? You have a mission. Yeah, cancel, clear, delete. Protection. Cancel. Your guides and angels are heavily helping you to cancel, clear, and delete anything that you have said knowingly or unknowingly. Okay? Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So for some of you, yes, this is how you were viewed in the past or viewing your past. Old programming, outdated programming, frankly. So cancel, clear, and delete. Shield yourself. You may need to. But your angels are helping you to do this where you feel like you can't. Okay? Have you been complaining or worrying lately? Do you consider yourself a victim? A victim of outside circumstances or people. This card indicates that you've been using negative affirmations to describe yourself and your situations. The angels are asking you to be more aware of what you say, think, and write about to yourself. Your past choice of words has blocked you, but fortunately that barrier is removed the moment you choose positive words. Perhaps caffeine, nicotine, sugar, or other stimulants have caused your mind to race with worry. The angels can help you reduce or eliminate cravings for stimulants. This will calm and clear your mind so that you can deliberately choose words that describe your desires instead of your fears. The action steps. If you catch yourself saying something negative, even in jest, even just playing, stop and sweep your hand at the wrist in order to push the energy of your words away from you. Okay? Then say, cancel, clear, delete, to undo the effects of negative affirmations. This is similar to rebooting your computer by simultaneously pushing the Control-Alt-Delete keys. By saying cancel, clear, delete, you let the universe know of your positive and clear outlook for yourself. You ensure that any previous negative affirmations won't manifest into form. Instead, they'll be replaced by your new radiant intentions. On page number 26 and 27 could be important numbers for you. Okay? So, that state of victimhood, what does that kind of also look like on an everyday scale? Books. Hello. You may be wanting to do more reading or writing, or some of you are authors. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritual-based books. Wow, some of you are authors, and you will be. Maybe that's what you want to do. You're writing a book or having a creative venture for an idea, and you're needing to find a way of not being so hard on yourself, frankly, or a lack of knowledge or what you think you don't know, or stop. Just stop. Oh my God. Okay. Now, only because I'm a nerd, when I was younger, I had such a fascination for literature and specifically the English language. I studied writing, I studied words, I studied punctuation. I was incredibly fascinated with the structure of sentences and structure, and I needed to understand why this was chosen, why that was chosen, this clause and that clause, and how a sentence flowed. And it But I also, at the same time, for my lack of understanding of language, would berate myself for not knowing. Stop. Stop doing that. You have to just learn how to intake. Okay, another thing I felt the need to say is some of you are listening to tarot readers, and I've heard this message even from other tarot readers, and I appreciate those tarot readers who have addressed this. Some of you are listening to too many tarot readers, or guys, or you're hopping from one thing to the next. It's kind of like an addiction. You're getting your fix from multiple things at once. You're not taking the time to go silent and to go within and to hear your own voice and let it speak to you. Okay. So, and also a perpetuating cycle of many readers who will perpetuate a negative theme inside of their readings, and they do it because it's clickbait, basically. So they literally say the same message over and over and over again, and then they just either repeat the message or they just say it in another creative, clever way. But it's basically the same thing that they're saying over and over and over and over again, and that creates a cycle of repetition. That negativity, there's something about that people attach onto. It's like they can't stop listening or get enough of, or you think there's going to be a payoff in whatever they're going to say, but it still kind of lets you fall. Now, maybe for some of you that's going to be like a creative writing style. I don't know. Be careful certain types of information where they're feeding the wrong information. You could have been fed, again, the wrong information, and it was fed to you over and over and over again for so long that it's hard to break that cycle. So now cancel, clear, and delete everything that you have been fed. Come at this with a fresh, clean perspective. Come at this because you want to. A creative thing, a solution or an idea, a conversation. Because you want to, because you're genuinely interested in your well-being or that of another, you know. Find your voice in that. Let's break out your tarot now and get a story for you. What does pile need? One need to know for their highest and greatest good. For this lionsgate portal, what is the gift coming to pile 1? Gifts coming to pile 1. Page of Pentacles. That could be a small business, an idea, a child. I wasn't ready for that, but Page of Pentacles. A gift, literally a gift, is the Page of Pentacles. A small gift. It's on its way. Beautiful to see. We have strength. Leo, hello, strength. Ooh, 2 swords. And the 3 of Wands. You, my dears, have been really struggling to move past certain. And see, because the blindfold there's a little bit of willful blindness here. This indecision or not wanting to make a decision. You've been in a planning stage for too long. You've been in a planning stage. There's something on the horizon, though, for you. Show me this. 3 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune under strength. Yeah, this is a fortuitous time for you to make a decision. It really is also a cycle that you are playing out with strength in the wheel here. For real. 2 swords. We have... Ooh. The devil. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the confusion, right? The devil keeps you attached to a cycle of indecision, of not making a choice for yourself. It feeds off of your indecision. Ooh. That's the karma you feel like you've been fighting here. So this has been a pretty hard cycle for you. A cycle of negative thinking, literally negative thinking, this obstacle that you maybe can't see past, or you can't get past, or you don't feel like you can, but I do see you getting past it. It's on the horizon for you. 4 of Wands. To clarify the 3, we have 7 here. Underlying, you have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, Wounded Warrior. It's this idea, though, that you have a self-perpetuating theme happening here that you have to break, because this is technically spiritual insanity. It's doing something over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Maybe even expecting a certain cycle to change or to shift that has not and will not. Or a certain person in your life that maybe they're showing you who they really are. And you need to believe them. And you need to learn how to let this go. And 4 of Wands. 7 of Swords under the wheel. 7. We have the numbers are adding up here, okay? 8, 7. You're killing something off. I was just given 187. And I'm kind of seeing if some of my thuggish people, why do I say thug? Maybe you've seen the movie 187, you'll know what I'm talking about with Samuel L. Jackson. Anyway, if you know any reference to that number, you'll know what I'm talking about, but this is ending, right? Murder, death, kill. Oh my god, I'm getting, Demolition Man. You're a demolition man. Brought back from he was in the past and he's brought to the future. Wow. Okay, suddenly it's all making sense. You were in this cycle where you were doing the same thing over and over again, but going nowhere. But now is the time of fruit. A lot of 7s on your reading all of a sudden. These are the lessons you were learning. Show me the devil. These were the lessons. 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, letting that go. Letting go of disappointment, sadness, frustration. You did something. Some of you actually committed a crime. Theft. For some. You're paying for that now. But the person who did this to you is paying for that now. The person who wronged you, who hurt you, is paying for that. They are. 4 of Wands. Yeah. High Priestess. You know this to be true. And you don't have to speak on it. You're very intuitive, whoever you are. You know this. You could be seeing owls. Right now, owls to me are always omens. Trust me. I've been going through a transformative cycle here myself very recently. So I understand this for things that were done to me personally, which is another reason I haven't really felt the need to show up to my channel as much. Just been going through some things, guys. I'm not immune, but I don't feel safe to talk about certain things yet on my channel, so I won't. But I recognize the energy. High Priestess, you know something. Some of you have a spiritual path that you've been ignoring. Some of you also ignored your calling. Someone's very hurt over not taking you seriously. Okay? Vice versa. This could be you. You did choose the red Saber. Advice, please. It's a lot of communication coming in, but another 8. 8 strength, 8 of Wands as your advice. Take action. It's coming in fast. 8 of Swords. 8, 8, 8. We had 888 show up on your reading today, collective. Pile 1. Wow. Overthinking. Trapped and overcoming a cycle of, I'm seeing handcuffs. I'm seeing oppression. I'm seeing mental oppression. The devil's at the heart of your reading. You know what I mean? You were overcoming this. Some of you are entering. It's over. It's done. If money's been the issue for you, if that has been the problem for you, why you haven't felt the need to move forward, well, look forward, because this is your recompense. 10 of Pentacles. That's your gift from the universe for everything that you've undergone here. And also, if you're wanting to enhance your spiritual career, and some of you have part of fortune, I just heard, in Pisces. You're meant to go forward with it. Should you choose, should you want to, just put the effort and the discipline into doing it. Stop being afraid of it, first of all. It's part of your legacy. 10 of Pentacles. It is definitely part of your legacy. You're meant to be working in the spiritual arts, from what I'm seeing. Let's get an overall message for you. You're meant to be working with spiritual art. You're overcoming this negative cycle that you've been in. Your advice is move forward. Stop being afraid. You had 888 show up on your reading. You overcome a lot, more than you know. But it was all on your path for a reason, because you were meant to have these trials and tribulations. You were meant to go through it so that you could advance. You know? Ace of Cups. Ooh. That wanted to pop out. Pontos. You are loved by the divine. Also, new love is on the way. You are greatly loved. Greatly. Whoever you are, you need to know that. You are so loved for your choices. You chose to do things even the hard way. You chose to do things the right way, even if it was hard. You know? Advice, please, for Pile 1. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Coin. Look at the lions with the lions. Look at that energy, guys. Rhea. Let us read. Let us read. Queen of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. All right. Hermaphroditus. Some of you don't have to be a hermaphrodite. You could be. 2 of Cups. I've got euphoria in my mind. Euphoria. Euphoric. That's beautiful. Euphoric. This person's going to make you euphoric. It could be an earth sign you're dealing with, and you could be this earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or you're coming in this is a state of abundance and also physical beauty, feeling confident in yourself. You're backed by the lions. I've never seen the Queen of Coin depicted that way. That's beautiful. All right. Queen of Coin, Rhea. Goddess of female fertility and motherhood. Some of you are desiring to be mothers, and we did see the Page of Pentacles pop out at the very beginning of your reading. Some of this concerns motherhood. Overall, I would say this reading was about motherhood, a decision that you made. Interesting. Rhea was wife to Cronus and mother to many of the Olympian generation. She rebelled against her husband when, to forestall a prophecy that would be overthrown by his child, he swallowed his children. Rhea assisted one of her children, Zeus, to save his siblings and thus fulfill the prophecy. A card of motherly natured Rhea, as the goddess of motherhood, brings to earth the skills to play many roles needed to keep family and loved ones happy. You've done this. You do not have to do this anymore. If you choose. Her passion for her children may bring a desire in you to take care of those around you, or it may manifest as someone in your life with all these attributes taking care of you. With motherhood comes a strength that is often underappreciated. Rhea was a strong, powerful woman, and you may find that you have the skills to confidently multitask, execute plans, or successfully embark on new ventures. Yeah. I'm getting to, with the message of the Queen of Pentacles, and we saw the Nine of Wands, that there's a cycle that was perpetuating in your life for some time. It could have been with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Heavy Pisces for me, actually. This person was on a path of destruction, I have to say that. And I don't even know if they were, how aware of it they were, especially with the Eight of Swords here, and the Two of Swords. It's like they were blind somehow to their own, it could be anger issues, knowing how to channel their anger issues. I'm not saying Pisces are violent people, but sometimes they are. I don't know. Anybody, it could be a Capricorn, it doesn't matter. The sign is really irrelevant, and but I say it so people have confirmation. Okay. But I'm getting that there was a cycle playing out with you. It could have even have been a child. This could have even been a child that was playing out a negative cycle where this person didn't want to grow up, or they were afraid to, or they were trapped in an illusion, in a state of fear and wanting to be dark and sinister and choosing this for themselves, this choice that they were making to be dark when they didn't have to. This could be a lover as well, but the idea was that I think this person is coming out of that now for you. I think they're being redirected on their path, and it's going to happen swiftly. They're being redirected back on their path, back on the journey that they're supposed to take. Did they go down a dark road for a while? Yeah. Did that bring out fear? Maybe even they attacked you a couple times? Yeah, probably. Verbally, physically, or otherwise. I'm saying that for someone who needs to hear it, okay? Not to trigger anybody, but the Nine of Wands technically is a physical abuse card, guys. Sorry, it is. But there was this cycle because they're family, because they're loved ones, and you love them dearly, or maybe they are your children, you know? And maybe it's not, I just saw need help. Maybe some of you do, and if you do need help, you need to please take the appropriate routes. I can't advise you there, and I will not give that kind of advice. But if this is your situation, please take the appropriate routes. But what I'm seeing this, you're coming out of this, right? This is the cycle that's exiting for you. Maybe even your gift. This person is a soulmate. They are a soulmate, very much. You love this person dearly. And it's like, you know, they were under the influence of something that was not them. It was not good for them. Maybe even a person. It could have been a person that they were under some kind of influence that was not who they really were. And I think they're coming out of it now. They're breaking the mold, and they're getting back on their path. Remember to choose your thoughts wisely. Remember who you are. A son, a daughter, a queen, whoever. You're a mother. And you have pearls of wisdom. You're highly protected. All right, collective. Pile 1. I'm going to end your reading here. I feel like that was your main message that wanted to come through. Yeah, 2 of Swords again. For a long time, this 2-2 here, you could be seeing that number as well. 22, 2. For a long time, this person was, I think, being prevented from taking any action because they were stuck in an illusion, a self-perpetuated cycle. But it's clearing now. So this 8-8 portal is helping them to see what they needed to see. They needed to know this part of themselves so that they could combat it if need be. Or if this is you, this 555 on the clock here, yeah. Drastic shifts and changes. 10101 on my timer. Wow. Major change. You're protected. You're protected. Okay. I love you guys. I hope this message found who it needed to find. And I'll see you in the next reading. Okay? Take care. Pile 1, really quickly. I forgot to pull a stone for you. So let's see what energy you are currently working with or need to work with or may want to work with before we continue. What is the stone for pile 1? What is the stone for pile 1, please? Pile 1. Stone. What stone should pile 1 work with at this time? What is the stone for pile 1? Ah, I saw that. How appropriate, yes? We have garnet. Ooh. Okay, you and pile 2 kind of got the same message a little bit here. Heavy root chakra energy, sexuality, life force, intensity. Good night. This is sexual healing in its highest form. Garnet is a stone of love, passion, and devotion, removing blocks to the desires of the heart. Step into your sexual power and embrace your body, removing all judgments that stand in the way of you and your pleasure. When used in tandem with tantric sex, garnet can heighten the experience, attracting partners that can help heal sexual trauma. Garnet helps identify and illuminate self-sabotaging behaviors, expanding your connection to mind, body, and spirit. This is a Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius stone in Mars. So maybe you have Mars in any of those placements. Pile 1. Garnet. If you need to take a photo of that, screenshot it, just look at it, feel free. And just meditate on the energy. Pile 1, I hope messages found you here. I'm sending you guys all my love, and I will see you next time. Take care. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome for those of you who chose the blue lightsaber. I want to clear your energy one more time just to kind of clear things up. Let's clear things up. Let's get a better perspective of the light and what it actually is and what it isn't. Okay, cool. When you're ready, take a deep breath in with me and exhale out of your mouth. Inhale. And exhale. I have to be oh so careful with those chimes because sometimes I have the tendency to blow out my sound. Oh. Something could be loud. Very loud. Maybe you're very loud at this time. I know what you're thinking. I should have chosen the blue pill. I should have remained ignorant, right? How interesting. I always see the blue light as heavily protection, specifically from like Archangel Michael. Blue in particular is always a symbol of protection for me. And the throat chakra. But, what's coming through for pile 2? Maybe you're singing. I was talking about, like, being loud. You're using your voice for something. Your voice is activating, or you're activating something. The word is activating, but that's kind of been the theme on the reading. Your voice is activating. You've been quiet. You're awfully quiet. You really have. You really are. You're quiet about something, pile 2. What are you quiet about? About what you know. Or maybe you don't know. You can't speak about something you don't know anything about. But that's how you feel. So you're observing. You're watching. Go being still. Like Luke. You know? I don't know if I'm going to give this reading a Star Wars theme or not. You know, it is Lionsgate. But I feel like you haven't turned your Saber on in a while. Maybe forgot what it looked like. Someone forgot even what you looked like. Or maybe you've changed so much that you're not the same person. And trying to use the same tool again in the environment that you did maybe is just foreign to you, or maybe you're not meant to use it in the environment that you've always used it in. Maybe you're meant to change the environment, or you could be changing something. I have all 3 prongs lit today, and I've never done that with this candle. Like, energy of 3. You're awfully quiet. Alright. Why are you so quiet? Maybe people want to know. Maybe you want to know. I want to know at this point. Why aren't you speaking? I have a feeling many people were drawn to pile 1. And it's no pun or anything at you, pile 2. But it's easier to give into anger and negativity than it is to give into what is good for you. Positivity, speaking positively about your situation. The negative dogma is always fed first. That's why it came first. That's why it wanted to be first. Negative. And if you find yourself, now that was an important message in Pile 1, so you may want to look at both. And I encourage people actually to look at both readings, because there's going to be messages in here for you. But if you give as much energy to the negative or to the positive as you do to the negative, I wonder what kind of shift that would make in your mind and in your reality. Speaking those words of affirmation into existence, right? Writing them down even if you need to. Whatever is your method or your best mode of being. Maybe even for now. Until then, you're quiet. It's like you don't want to speak too soon, say anything too soon. Maybe someone doesn't know how to approach you. Or you don't know how to approach something. What is the activation for pile number 2, please? Oh, base chakra. Yeah, root chakra energy. Choose only positive thought. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances as your words determine your outcome. Can't make it up. Look what color she's wearing. Oh, I'd say we're right on track here, pile number 2. She's wearing angel wings, base chakra energy. That's Archangel Michael. For sure. Oh, and crown chakra energy. You're receiving angelic guidance, and she's kind of an angel here, right? You're receiving angelic guidance between both your crown and your base chakra at this time. At this time, yes. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. In some kind of a temple like this, maybe you've astral traveled to this temple before. This temple. Whether it's up in the sky or just above the earth, wherever you go to, wherever it is for you. It's saying you need to ground this, though. You do need to ground this. This card indicates that you're focused on your material needs, such as desiring more money. It's imperative that you use only positive words and phrases to describe your current situation. Affirm your desires as already being a reality, and avoid worry or any discussion that casts you in a victim role. That's kind of been the theme on the reading, too. The base chakra, sometimes called the root chakra, located at the bottom of your spinal column, is the energy center that governs your feelings about your material needs. To open your flow of divine manifestations, imagine yourself inhaling and sending healing light to the base of your spine. See and feel a huge ball of ruby red light glowing within you. Since every worry is a prayer, drawing to you that which you're worrying about, notice and replace worries with prayers and affirmations. Call upon the angels to boost your faith and confidence, which are 2 magical ingredients in conscious manifestation. Knock from spirit. Sit in a quiet location and bring your mind and body to a calm state. Breathe in and out deeply while imagining your desired outcome as already being a reality. For instance, picture yourself being completely financially secure. What does that look like to you? As you hold this vision, allow your body to relax and feel as though the vision were already true. Feel the warmth of gratitude in your heart, the sense of security in your stomach, and the relaxation of all your muscles as you trust that this vision is manifesting for you right now. On page number 21, 20 and 21. Old cycles closing, new cycles beginning. See yourself where you want to be. Not where you are, where you want to be. But see it done in your mind. I tell you, one of the most powerful manifestations I've ever had, and I've done this a couple times in my life, but one where I knew I was co-creating with spirit. It was no doubt. My car, first of all, I've manifested 2 cars this way. But it was imagining myself and what it felt like to ride in that car. And then, more importantly than the actual physical manifestation of the car, what I was marveling at, what I knew was my truly God source, that infinite intelligence working through me and within me, was how I received it. It was so beautiful that I got better than what I wanted. I got better than what I had imagined for myself. And I was so amazingly profound that I could receive something so beautiful from the universe, and that I was co-creating with it and drawing it into being by being in awe of it, and just sending off that, just talking to the universe just like this, just talking. I'm so thankful. I love that I get exactly what I want, better than what I want. I see the universe being reflected back at me, my desires manifest and becoming real every day. Thank you. Thank you for that constant evidence and flow showing me I'm in awe. And then it wasn't even about the car. It was about everything. I was in awe of everything and my connection to everything and everyone. If you take 10 minutes out of your day to just go on a rampage of appreciation like that about whatever it is, see if it's a health issue, which could be for some of you as well, I was getting that. Or maybe you're envisioning yourself in that healed state and being thankful in advance for your healing, for your full return to recovery and health and abundance, for that internal state of feeling good in your body. So thankful. I feel good. I'm so thankful for feeling good and feeling strong. Or envisioning this for another. Your prayers also work just as strongly for another. Seeing someone's complete return to health. But if this is about financial, then seeing your finances blossoming and booming, getting the clients that you want. Oh, and I heard another tarot reader, In Plain Sight Tarot. She's so wonderful. She said it this way: if you are going to talk negative talk negative in a positive way. So it was something like to the effect of, if you have nothing good to say, or you at least speak negatively towards your positive situation, or speak, how is it? So an example would be, man, these clients will just not stop calling me. They just keep calling me. Money is just constantly coming in. Like, what am I supposed to do? I just have more than enough. I always have more than enough. I'm always booked. I'm overbooked. I am constantly, money is just constantly coming in. Constantly. So it's a way of speaking positively about, or negative, like a negative way of speaking positively, I guess, about your situation. Make fun of yourself that way too. Turn it around, just turn it around on yourself. You're learning how to use this positive wand in a new way, collective. You didn't have anything to say because you didn't know what to say. You didn't know what to call in or to say about your situation. So this Lionsgate portal, you can literally manifest anything you want and see it done in your mind first and feel it real in your heart. And as I tell people, as I coach people in acting when they come to tape with me here in my office, don't speak it until you feel it. Speak it when you feel it, Or practice speaking it to the point of feeling it. If you have to even if you have to force yourself to feel it, to feel that good feeling in your stomach or in your heart or wherever. When it feels good to say it and you feel good sitting in the energy of saying it, you don't want to stop saying it. You just keep saying it over and over and over again, how good you feel, how good things are going for you and in your life. Things are going great for me, Money is just constantly flowing in. There's more than enough. I have more than what I need. I'm so loved, and I see evidence of that all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so loved. And I love the universe too, and it loves me, and I love it, and it loves me. Chariot. Alrighty. The car, your vehicle of ascension. Your Merkaba, your vehicle of ascension. You have a powerful vehicle of ascension, collective, whoever you are. It's time to move. It's time to move forward, Queen of Cups, feel it. Feel it. Imagine it, feel it, love it, and pour your love into it. Pour all of your love into that desire and tell it, program it, tell it what you want it to do. The Merkaba is as above, so below. It is your vehicle of ascension, the Merkaba. And you don't need some higher level guru entrepreneur to activate it for you. You can activate it yourself just by speaking about it. It's already activated for you, probably. You don't even know. You're not even aware. You don't need some spiritual leader and their bullshit programming to tell you how it's done. Okay? You can do this yourself. You can do this yourself. It just starts with a thought of knowing who you are and knowing your connectedness to the universe and really feeling it. Sit with yourself and feel it. All it takes is 17 seconds. 17 seconds of sitting in that energy. And watch how fast you manifest. Watch how fast it comes to you. Or evidence just pokes at you. A number on a license plate, something. Some of you travel for work. Or you're going to be doing a lot of traveling here very soon. So maybe you're calling in some extra safety around you. Set your intentions, segment intend when you get in the car, when you're traveling, wherever you're going. Set your intentions for you and your family and your car. Protect your vehicle. Protect your vehicle of ascension. As above, so below for this lionsgate portal. All right. We have 10 of Wands. Hello. Ace of Swords. 6 of Wands. Very good. Very good. So whatever burden you were carrying, you ain't carrying it anymore. It's like you had an aha moment. An idea that's going to pay off for you. You're having an inspirational moment. Why the hell are you carrying all that? Or why is it so hard? Why? Oh, wait a minute. It really isn't as hard as I'm making it out to be. Sometimes it feels hard until trade those wands for a sword. An idea comes to you. Oh, wait. It's really that easy. I just had to let that go, whatever burden that is. I'm in the process of doing it now. I just needed that extra reminder. How easy it is to let something go that isn't serving me. People who continuously stay stuck in a pattern of thinking and never change. How easy it is to just let that go and walk away in a new direction where I'm supposed to go. Something was hard. Something was hard. It was hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It was hard to let go, but why continue telling that story? Let's tell a new story. Let's talk about how easy it is now to grow. How easy it is now to advance, to succeed, to win. It requires discipline in our mind, Ace of Swords, in our thoughts. Discipline in action too, because wands are action. They represent doing the work. Someone's seeing you do the work. You're doing the work, collective. You are doing the damn work. And suddenly that thing that was hard becomes easy. Suddenly the thing you thought was hard or that others perceived, I can't even put this load down. No. Suddenly it's easy for you. It becomes easy. Knight of Cups. Because you showed it love. And you expressed your authentic emotions towards it in a pure way. That's beautiful. Show me the Ten of Wands. It's about image, status, your appearance. For some of you, this could be like working out. I had to get that. Let's ground it down for just a second. This could be about changing career paths. Maybe you're setting something down in order to obtain something else. Very possible. If this has to do with any form of athleticism or personal image in some way, becoming an influencer, maybe you are about to be an influencer. King of Pentacles. It's going to make you a lot of money. You have the experience. You're transforming something that was hard becomes easier. You make it look easy, frankly. You make it look easy. How did you do that? How did you do that? I changed my ideas. I changed my mind about who I am. I started telling a new story. I started speaking differently about my life and about others. I stopped perpetuating a cycle of negativity and gave my attention somewhere else, where I'm actually wanted, where I'm actually needed. That works better for me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel useful and like my ideas are worthy of something and of going somewhere. That makes me feel good. And I think it makes others feel good around me too. You could also be seeing black cats. Black cats have been crossing your path. You're looking good, by the way. You've been putting in a lot of work. I see you. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and it's paying off. You look so good right now. Whoever you are. Maybe you don't even know it, how good you look. It's like people are seeing you again, like Ace of Swords seeing you again for the first time, number one. And it's like, whoa. What's pile 2 been doing behind closed doors? They've been so quiet, so silent. Oh, can we get together? Let's get together. Yeah. Why don't you and I combine? That's the Parent Trap. Ooh, oh no. Okay. 3 of Cups. Can we get together? Yeah, they want to be in your energy. It feels good to be in your energy because you feel good. You just feel good to be around. Because your whole vibe has changed and shifted. It's like a new you. I don't even recognize you. I don't even know who you are. The cycle closed and what happened? Someone's watching you online too. They could be stalking you on social media. Maybe you're stalking somebody on social media. Who knows? Maybe you're also envisioning like you're looking for inspiration. I can see that. For sure. Like you can be looking for inspiration in your environment, coming up with like a creative solution. 3 of Cups. Like, what should I do? Maybe you're inspiring others to change. Maybe. 6 of Wands. What are you doing here? Are you a little egoic about it? Maybe. Maybe you just feel good. That's okay. Hierophant. Feel good then. Feel good about yourself. You're going the right ways. And I think Spirit approves this message. Oh, 2 of Swords. We're of two minds about that. Spirit approves this message. As above, so below. Remember, think those positive thoughts. Just remember. Oh yeah, and don't forget to thank Spirit, Don't forget to incorporate Spirit. Thank yourself for connecting with Spirit. You know what I mean? Like having the courage to suspend your disbelief is what I just heard. Long enough to do something about your situation. To believe in yourself long enough to actually take action towards it. To move in that direction. Even if you don't know what the answer will be yet or what the outcome will look like. It's going to look good. I really think it is, whether you know it or not, but it's going to also require you to end something. Hello. 10 of Swords. 10-10 here. Over the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you were betrayed in the past. For sure. There's a lot of magic thrown at you. And it didn't work. It doesn't work. It's like you just keep reinventing yourself. How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know. King of Wands. Wow. Yeah, you shapeshift. Okay. All right. King of Wands. What are your intentions? Death. Ooh. I heard sex with that. Total transformation that they didn't see. I heard sex with that. Ooh. Queen of Cups. 2 of Swords. Death and the King of Wands. King of Wands is looking at Death, kind of like, I dare you. Death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back. Are we tempting fate here? Someone's tempted by you, I feel the need to say. But radically, you're going at some transformation here. Transformation of the old ways that weren't serving you. There was some spiritual practitioners, could be a business, a boss, or organization, that for a while was operating solely out of ego. Queen of Wands, King of 6 of Wands, the Hierophant. I don't really see this as bad, but there was some level of ego here. But also, it's about our beliefs, right? Our spiritual beliefs, and what do you really, maybe you're transforming how you show up in the world. What do you believe? What do you want to fight for? Some of you are also putting in physical work. I'm seeing fitness here. You could be an athlete. It could be the Olympics are going on right now, you know what I mean? Some of you are winners, some of you are losers, There's that, for sure. 10-10 here. Show me this 3, another 3 of Pentacles. We got a third party situation here. 3 of Pentacles. So you cut this out. You cut out these relationships that weren't serving you because all they did was go down a path of negativity. Meantime, you've got your back turned, just working on yourself, just sculpting away here. All these people probably ignored you in the past. 2 of Swords, Forgot you were over here, you're just doing all this work and no one saw it. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Pile 2 was just over here doing all this work this whole time and we didn't even see it. So you operated in silence because, and I don't blame you, when you work in silence, guys, you tend to get more done. Okay? You tend to, work in silence because 9 of Swords, who needs it? Who the fuck needs it? Someone literally wanted to kill your dreams. I'm laughing because it's funny. much ego here with this spiritual person, 5 of Swords. Damn. Alright. Page of Swords. All I can do is watch and marvel at how everything they have sent your way and tried to thwart you with or change your mind about hasn't worked. You just keep going because you're not focused on them anymore. You're just kind of ignoring all this negative people from the past. You learned how to embrace who you really are. You learn how to think differently, and it feels good to think really good about yourself and to perpetuate that cycle of growth. You know? I concur. This is definitely a story of relationships and how the wrong group or the wrong people can really hurt you the wrong way and influence you to go in the wrong way. And that's self-sabotage. That's a lie you don't even believe. You don't even believe it. You don't even believe this person. It's all ego. It's all coming from a sense of corrupt moral authority. They don't even have the experience to back up what they're saying, to back up what they're doing. But you're supposed to sacrifice for them. Why? The issue is about your base chakra. Choose your thoughts positively. What's the answer then? What's the advice for how to? Planning for the future. Ooh, a choice. One you have yet to make. The Lovers, kind of in reverse here. I'm going to take it as the Lovers, though. Dilemmas. Choices. Choices. 2 paths. A significant choice you will make in the future. What is that, please? Base chakra energy. Your 4 of Pentacles. Preserving yourself, moving away in order to preserve yourself breaks down to a 10, 6 and 4, 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. So you're closing out a major cycle where some of you felt robbed, frankly, stolen from. You want to check out pile 1. You're coming out of a place of fear of instability. You actually are very stable. And I think you're choosing to be a little selfish with your choices to preserve your sense of stability. Okay? Because you're headed for the 9. You know? Can't make it up. You're about to be very independent and good on your own. Thinking good about yourself. You've got spiritual backing, ancestry. You could be seeing the falcons or birds are definitely showing their signs to you at this time. It's in the crown. Yeah, look at that. Capricorn energy here, the devil. That was the lessons of the devil. My throat chakras wanting to close up, like I have nothing to say. Like they don't want me to talk about it, like you couldn't talk about it. And I always kind of see, like, it's funny we're doing duality here. The gates that are open right now. I have another collective reading that I did on the channel about 2 years ago, and I knew you were going to come up against this energy. I just didn't know when. It was a prediction reading. I had no idea it was about to play out, but it played out. And I have a feeling, I have an idea where some of you are on this journey. Some of you were just now entering this portal. We saw the world. This portal, right? I've kind of always felt like the devil and the Lovers are synonymous because, well, we have an angel and we have a devil. But each of these has to make a choice. Whether to stay stuck or to go free. To choose to be how they want to be in this world. Are you stuck with your choices or can you break free? That's what you're questioning. Can you find your sense of independence, or are you too afraid to go after it? The Moon and the Five of Pentacles. You are overcoming this, honey. You're overcoming this state of imbalance in your finances. You're overcoming it. You are overcoming it. You're hiding it now. It's being hidden from you. This time in your life of being unsatisfied with work, with what you do, not having the backing. You kind of want to do it for yourself, and I see you. I see you doing it for yourself. That may require you to go in another direction, maybe even one you hadn't planned to go down. But you're at that pivotal you're at a choice point, as we say. A choice point of choosing what's right for you, and you're being guided in that direction. Some of you will change careers. All of a sudden, you're just doing something else. Or you're incorporating something new. That's not a bad thing. Might be unexpected. Maybe some people never thought to see you going down that route, but there you are. Doing what's right for you. Preserving the self, the 9. Angelic guidance. Angelic guidance was talking to you this whole time. But you weren't talking back to it. Maybe you need to. Ooh, message. Talk back every once in a while. Yeah. What are you afraid of it for? It is you. It is you. Pushed out. Have respect for it. Have respect for yourself and your choices. What is the overall message for the pile? Justice. Themis. Temis. Justice. Oh my God. Yeah. Balance. With the 9 of coin again underlying Plutus. Fudge. Come on. You are healing your finances. And becoming self-reliant and independent. As you were always meant to be. Planning for your future. Being a little bit more choosy. You're moving away from negative thinking, negative thought patterns that kept you stuck for a while. Some of you work in the industry. You could be work in the entertainment industry. Many of you are athletes. I see that. I definitely could feel like the Olympics, which are going on right now. But many of you work in the industry, so actors, models, singers, any form of public platform, you're influencers, things like that. Anywhere you have to show up publicly and present yourself or speak at a forum, anything like that. Let's read Justice, shall we? Libra energy here. She is blind. She just delivers. She just delivers. Alrighty. One of the Titan gods, Themis presided over justice and also was a prophetic goddess who watched over the ancient oracles. She was not blind, however, depictions of her being blindfolded speak to her unbiased and steadfast instructions to divine law. Themis is here to call for justice, truth, and the law. She is weighing and measuring you, calling you to account for your actions. If you have acted in alignment with yourself and for the greater good, she will judge you kindly. But if you have acted with dishonesty, your judgment will accordingly be made fairly. Themis's appearance serves as a warning to account for your actions. If you are currently seeking justice or are the one who has been wronged, this is a sign that it will be served. It often appears when you need to make an important choice or go in search of the truth. Make sure you have been treating your partner or peers fairly, because you will reap what you sow, whatever the seed or field. Like the scales that Themis holds, make sure to balance your life, and especially in a work context. Work-life balance is important, and this is a reminder to pay attention to setting the scales right. I'm not going to read you the reverse because I don't feel like you guys need it. This is basically telling you, get your shit together. I think we all know that. When justice shows up in a reading, there's been a wrong here, right? We can see that plainly in some sort of work environment, collaborative work environment, maybe where you were wronged. Or if this was you did the doing, Justice is this is your heads up, collective. Justice is about to be had. And especially during this portal, where you have felt unstable, unable to move forward. The Chariot at the very start of your reading, stuck. For too long, you have been held back by people who were afraid to advance themselves. Jealousy and envy are a thing. I think I said that during the collective reading. I might have said it in pile 1. I can't remember, but you have a lot for people to be jealous of, apparently. I see it. You see it too. So you might have to amp up your protection to a degree. I find personally, and I am a Libra, so I heavily identify with the scales of justice, and throughout my life, I despise the abuse of authority. That is the number one thing that I can confidently say. Even as a Libra, I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate someone abusing their authority. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care. I will expose you. I will do it. It's just who I am. Okay? I'll call you out. I'll use my voice against you. I will. And I'm allowed to. And I have. So, the karma, though, that comes for people who've done me wrong personally, honestly, I don't even want to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't really have a desire to know. My only desire is to make sure that you can't continue to hurt anyone else. That's it. That's it. That's all I care about. Alrighty. I didn't do this in pile 1. So I probably have to... Fuck. I had some cards I was going to pull for pile 1 that I didn't... Anyway, I guess that it didn't happen. Oh well. Let's pull a crystal for you. Since you probably will be amping up your crystal work at this point in time. Maybe some citrine would be good, but whatever the case may be. What does pile 1 need to work? Pile 2. Hello. We have Morganite. All right. Acceptance, compassion, release. Release. The ultimate love attractor. Goodness. Morganite opens channels for positivity, affection, and devotion to flow effortlessly through your energetic fields. Morganite is able to uncover deep emotional pain, bringing awareness to unexpressed feelings residing inside your body so that you can release them. Know that these feelings can change and are not part of your identity, clearing away thoughts of martyrdom or victimhood. Morganite expands your ability to love and receive love, advancing your soul to the core of its inner truth. And this is a Libra in Venus stone. Libra in Venus, right there. Some of you do have Libra in Venus. And if you are calling in love at this time, then maybe you want to work with this stone. Maybe you already are. Some of you already are. Hey, that's cool. I'm going to have to add in a section for pile 1. I forgot to pull a stone for them. Collective, this was your Lionsgate 888 portal reading. I hope you found messages here. I hope there was something of use for you here. I want to thank you all for coming back to the channel, showing your good love and energy, and I appreciate you. I see the healing work that you've done and that you are doing and continue to do. You're not alone, and I love you. If you needed to hear it, if you haven't been told today, I love you, and I hope you're well. Let me know down in the comments if this resonated for you. I see you having more than enough. You have so much you're almost bored. Oh, the world. Success. Closing out a final chapter here. It's over, and it's just beginning. It's just beginning. This is only the beginning of your expansion. I'm excited for you. Okay? I love you guys. I will see you in my next reading. When that will be, I cannot say. I just don't say anymore. I don't speak on that anymore. We only speak positively, but I can assure you when it is, it will be good. It will be a good one. It will be good. It will be great. It will be wonderful. I hope you found messages here, you guys. I will see you next time, and I'm sending you all my love. Take care.